Barron versus Baltimore. This case was decided in 1833, and it's an important case because the Supreme Court decided in this case that the Bill of Rights do not apply to the states. They do not apply to local governments. Now, the Bill of Rights are obviously very important for a lot of different reasons, but in 1833 the Supreme Court said that these limitations on the government do not apply to the states. So at the time it was seen as a great victory for states' rights, because this let the states sort of do what they want, as long as it didn't infringe with what the federal government was trying to do, what Congress was trying to do. And we learned about that in cases such as McCulloch versus Maryland, which said that Maryland couldn't tax the federal bank. But in this case, you had Barron, and he owned a wharf in Baltimore, and Baltimore was doing some construction, and they screwed up his wharf, and so he filed a lawsuit, said it was an improper taking under the Fifth Amendment. And the Supreme Court, John Marshall writing, said, sorry buddy, you're out of luck, because the Bill of Rights, the Fifth Amendment, doesn't apply to local governments like Baltimore. So he lost. Over time, this concept and this doctrine changed, especially after the passage of the 14th Amendment, which has the Due Process Clause within it, which the Supreme Court used as a mechanism to sort of incorporate, that's the word, incorporate the Bill of Rights into the body of law that says they do apply to the states. But in 1833, they didn't apply to the states. And so it's interesting for people who are interested in the Bill of Rights that for a long time they didn't apply to the states. And unfortunately this led to such terrible laws as the states passing restrictions on speaking out against slavery. So, interesting part in our history.